Hey guys, it's Haley and welcome to another bookish video. Today we're going to get into a new release thriller vlog, which I've already filmed. I've already read all the books for this video and I cannot wait for you guys to hear what I think about them. In this video, I'll be reading One of Us Knows by Alyssa Cole, The Bitter Truth by Shanora Williams, The Truth About the Accident by Nicole Trope, and Pink Glass Houses by Asha Elias. But before we get into everything I think about these new release thrillers, I do want to mention Magic Mind. I love getting this little box at my doorstep. If you've never heard me talk about Magic Mind before, Magic Mind is this amazing wellness shot. It is so good. It is packed with amazing things in here and it's adorable. It's so quick and easy just to get those nutrients in the morning. To me, it tastes like matcha and I'm a matcha lover. So it is the perfect pairing to start my morning and it has some amazing benefits. I definitely notice the boost of energy that Magic Mind gives me. I always feel like I am productive with ease after I take it, much more than caffeine. I get really jittery with caffeine and this does not have the same effect on me. I also feel like I have a sharper mind and I'm definitely less stressed, less prone to procrastination, way more motivated to get things done. And the reason why it has all of these amazing benefits is because of the high quality ingredients. It's packed with chlorophyll and lion's mane mushroom for cognition, matcha and B vitamins for energy, and ashwagandha and L-theanine for stress, along with so much more. I love how versatile this little shot is. If you're on the run, you can literally drink it down in 10 seconds as you're running out the door. But I've also put it in my coffee. I've made matcha lattes with it. I've made overnight oats with it. It's so versatile and just a really great addition to your wellness routine. So if you want to check out Magic Mind, you can do so down below and get a discount with my code, which will be on the screen right here. They're always running amazing promotions and you can get even more off with my code. Thank you so much to Magic Mind for sponsoring this video. And now let's go ahead and get into the thriller vlog. Hello vlog. We just got back from Costa Rica. It was so much fun. Oh my god, I had the best time ever. But oh my god, I got so sick. Our last few days, I don't know what it was, if it was something from the plane. I'm immunocompromised, so sometimes I pick up just like a bug when I'm traveling, or it could be something from Costa Rica that my body just like wasn't accustomed to. I don't know. Now I'm dealing with this sickness, so I've just been trying to recoup all day listening to an audiobook that I'm very excited to tell you guys about because I am halfway through One of Us Knows by Alyssa Cole. I don't even know where to start with this one. So basically, this book is about a woman with DID, okay? Dissociative identity disorder. If you don't know what that is, people refer to it as multiple personality disorder. That's not really accurate. It's not, but that's how people refer to it. As a mental health professional, I always have thoughts on the mental health rep in books, thrillers in particular, and I will get into my thoughts on the DID rep in this book because but I was initially interested in reading this one by Alyssa Cole because I read When No One Is Watching and I had kind of mixed thoughts on it. The random romance moments were kind of odd and the ending wasn't my favorite, but other than that, I thought it was a really solid thriller, especially like the writing and the pacing of it. I really did enjoy those parts of it. I've been intrigued since then as to what kind of thriller Alyssa Cole would come out with next, and now we have this and we're following our main character Ken, who has, as is typical of DID, multiple alters that have developed to protect her, and we are following the experience in her inner world as all of these alters are working together
as she gets a new job taking care of this Gothic manor. She's trying to figure out what happened there all of these years ago, and she's also journeying to figure out what happened to herself all of these years ago that caused the DID symptoms that are showing up now. And it's really cool because the metaphor for the like Gothic castle is also relevant to her like inner world. Like she sees her inner world where all of her altars lives as like this big castle. So I really like the kind of like reflective narrative there and the like metaphorical sense of it all. I like the mirroring with the thriller plot of like what happened in this castle and also trying to figure out what happened to her internally. So I like the structure of it. I think it has a really good idea, but in practice, like being 50% through, almost nothing has happened. For some reason, I feel like I know nothing. It's very bland and very boring, and it's info dumpy without any like getting to know you type of information. Like it's not telling me anything of substance, but it's saying a lot. Even like the Gothic atmosphere, I don't think is described very well. It's not very immersive. It just kind of reads like very flat and very bland, which is really surprising to me because I thought one of the strengths of Alyssa Cole's previous thriller was the immersiveness. I could picture right now and remember exactly what the world of that book looked like and how those characters felt like to be with them, like what it felt like. I just don't get any of that from this book. It just feels very, very flat and very dull. As for the plot, it's going pretty slow, but obviously the biggest thing that stands out is the DID rep, which is kind of mixed. Okay, I have mixed thoughts in general about mental health disorders, especially really highly stigmatized ones like DID, being the main focus of a book that's main purpose is to shock you and scare you. I think that's the point of the thriller genre. I mean, that's why I read thrillers, to be shocked and to have the twists and to have like a fast-paced kind of scary story. So I don't really think like that is the best avenue to talk about mental health, because mental health isn't scary. It shouldn't be. It should be something very normal and destigmatized. So I just don't like that this is even a conversation in this book at all in the first place. But whatever, like if this author's going for good positive rep, more power to her. I will say she's using correct terms. Like inner world is a term that a lot of DID clients refer to themselves as. She uses the terms like persecutor, alters, like the different roles that alters play are referred to accurately, and some of the mechanics are referred to accurately. Like it's not like this big switch whenever a new alter comes forward. Like that's actually very, very rare. It's more just like subtly different parts of the system step forward to take control when they have to do their specific role to protect the system. So there are some pieces that are accurate, but I think there are a lot of things that are over dramatized or represented in a way where it would say like all people with DID are like that, and this is just not true. Like our main character has a very heightened state of awareness and very high levels of communication between the alters, with very, very little dissociation between times of consciousness, which is just not common at all. At least what I've seen in DID research and working with the very limited experience that I have working with DID in a mental health setting, that just is not something that happens often. Our main character would be like a very highly intelligent, very highly aware person. It would seem like she's done a lot of work, which doesn't really make sense because it seems that our main persona, the like main alter of our main character, has been dormant and dissociated for 6 years as the other alters have been taking control. So it really wouldn't make sense that, you know, she would have this depth of awareness and depth of knowledge. Really weird discussions around DID at some points. It sounds like the author's kind of trying to be a little preachy and dispel myths while still upholding some dangerous stereotypes. So just seems really confused. I think the plot so far seems like a great idea, but I'm just not sold on the execution. Who knows? I mean, I'm only halfway through. This could definitely turn around at some point, but for me at this point, it's just not coming together in a way that I would put my stamp of approval on. I have to do a ton of stuff around the house to regroup after vacation. You know, I have to unpack all of my bags and clean up. So I'm gonna do all of that and listen to a little bit more of the audiobook, and I will let you know when I have more thoughts. Hello vlog, it is a little bit later and I completely unpacked. I redid my Kindle, which was so exciting, and I have something to share with you in regards to that. And I cleaned up this room, changed the sheets on this daybed because my friend Aspen is actually coming to stay with me tomorrow, so I had to get everything ready for her. And like, I'm gonna deep clean this room too so I don't have like my sick germs everywhere. Sucks that I literally got sick right before she's about to come into town, but we're gonna make the best of it. I was listening to my book throughout all of that, and honestly, I don't have too many thoughts. Like, I'm at the 70% mark, so I only read 20%. Not much has happened other than we got a little bit more background on the relationship between our main character and the people who are running this like gothic manor, which is a little bit intriguing, but I'm kind of still waiting for things to pop off. DID rep, still shoddy, still confused. Sometimes it's accurate, sometimes it's like really weird. So yeah, I don't really know what to think of that. But one thing that I did want to mention is that the stickers that I put on my Kindle and the couple bookmarks that I showed are all from Shadow Bound Spines. Sweet Ashley sent them over, and she also gave me a discount code. So if you want to shop any of the things that I just showed in that quick little B-roll part, you can use the code hailey10 at Shadow Bound Spines and get 10% off. Now I am off to work, and I will let you know when I have more thoughts. Hi, hello. It is much later after work. I finished One of Us Knows. Oh god. I don't want to do this right now. I do not want to start off the vlog with a rant. I could go in on this book, but I'm going to be kind because I can tell Alyssa Cole had really good intentions going into this book. She used all the right language and she tried, okay? I just believe mental health disorders that are already stigmatized do not have a place in the thriller genre. That's it. To have a mental health related twist, you're not helping your case. Like, that's the opposite of what we're trying to do here. So many aspects of this book were just so ridiculous and so over the top, which I love. I can really enjoy that in a thriller that is meant to be ridiculous and over the top. But in something that I'm supposed to take seriously, like, it just didn't fit, and it was simultaneously like so boring for the first 70%. Then when it really started to go off at the end, and it did go off, the twists were absolutely ridiculous, undercut the meaningful parts of the DID rep that were there. I don't recommend this book. I think I'm gonna give it 1 star. I'm not gonna rant, like, I'm not gonna go in. I'm gonna leave it at that. Moving on to my next book of the vlog, The Truth About the Accident by Nicole Trope. I don't know how new release thriller this is. I just started seeing this at Target a couple months ago, and it intrigued me so much because of the synopsis. This kind of feels like it's gonna be like Pretty Little Wife meets Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. Let me just read you the synopsis. It says, "Every day I wave my husband Damon off with a kiss and a smile and drive our precious children to school, make sure the house is pristine, and prepare a delicious meal for dinner. I pretend I am not filled with fury that he once nearly destroyed our perfect life. It's important to carry on as normal until the accident. My husband is hit by a car in the pouring rain, and nobody saw what happened, but now the police are asking questions. Do they know about the argument we had that day? Do they know about the text message I sent? Do they know that I need him to delete everything? I just feel like this is gonna give Pretty Little Wife. I gave that book 5 stars. Or Something About It gives Perfect Marriage. I gave that book 4.5. I feel like this is gonna be the domestic drama that I need to just be like quick and fun and help me get over the dumpster fire that I just read, unfortunately. Also, I want something like light and fun and easy to read while I'm hanging out with people, because I literally have Aspen coming into town tomorrow, which I'm so excited. It's past midnight, so I need to go to bed and prepare for hosting and having fun with her literally all weekend. So I'm gonna do that. I probably won't start this book tonight, but when I do, you know, I'll let you know. Hello vlog. It is the next day and I'm about halfway through my day. I had to work this morning, but I've just been waiting for Aspen's plane to land so I can go pick her up. And in the meantime, I've been reading my book, The Truth About the Accident by Nicole Trope. I am a little over a quarter of the way through and it is really good. This is the just like scandalous domestic goodness that I've been craving. We are following the perspectives of 3 women as they're all separately finding out about this man who was in this accident. We don't know who caused the accident, who wanted this man dead, but we know that they all have reasons to want him dead. One woman is his wife, and the other 2 we're still trying to figure out why their motives would be there. So really interesting start. It's really fast paced. I love the writing style. Just the way that it's written feels very easy to read, but it's not bland and boring. It feels like every character has personality and pizzazz, and it makes me want to keep reading. Also, they just all kind of seem like at this point miserable rich people, and y'all know I love some rich people drama, so I am into it. But pausing my reading to go pick up Aspen at the airport. Oh my god, I cannot wait for her to be here. Of course, you'll see B-roll of all of our activities, and I'm sure we're gonna film some collab videos while she's here. So if any of those are up by the time this vlog is going up, I will link it up above and down below. Before I head out though, got to take my magic mind. There she goes. I will see you later. This bitch just brought me a birthday gift, hand delivered. Not me being in my annotating era. Okay, so cute, lovely, love to see it. Bye, baby. Iconic. But here's the real thing. Here's the real tea of it all. Not Miss Karen's signature in a pretty girl's book. Hello. Not Aspen being the best friend ever. Best friend award. I'm obsessed. She has nothing to say. You would never know she's a YouTuber. Hello vloggity, it is the next morning and I'm so tired. I feel better like sick wise, but we literally stayed up until like 3:45 in the morning because we had to do our gabbing. You know, we had to catch up, we had to go over the same drama and the same people that we hate over and over and over. Like we just have to do the recap, you know? So that was so much fun. And I have a reading update for you. I'm halfway through The Truth About the Accident, and I'm really liking it. I kind of feel the same way. Like, it's just kind of drama, kind of tea. It reminds me of that book that I hated, The Lies He Told by Valerie Kiel. It reminds me of that, but better. Like, I actually want to read it and want to pick it up. And I have no idea out of these three who committed this crime. So I guess I'm just in suspense and we'll just have to see. Right now, ready to go be little yoga girls. I'm so excited to take Aspen to my class. And then we're gonna jump in Barton Springs. If you know anything about Austin, Barton Springs is iconic. So I'll see you there. Vloggity vlog. It's the next day. I've literally read nothing. Actually, I read 10 pages in The Truth About the Accident. I'm still really liking it, but we are just bebopping around and having a good time. So I just wanted to check in, say hi, take my magic mind with you, but we're just getting into our little day. So enjoy the B-roll, and I'll let you know when we start being good little reader girlies and reading our books. Vloggy, it is the next day. I don't know how much b-roll y'all even saw because we were just really living in the moment, hanging up and hanging out. And I actually did get some reading done. I'm now 200 pages into The Truth About the Accident, and I have theories, okay? I don't think I know who did it because I could have really like an explanation for each person, but now I'm at the point where like I don't think the person that they are really pushing was a person. It's so mindless and just like, oh, what if it's this and what if it's that and da 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 da. And there were a couple little reveals in there that were not like the most shocking thing in the world, but it was like, ooh, scandalous. Like if you like rich people drama that's just like a bunch of nothing that you could literally pick up and read and digest when you're tired, when you're inebriated, etc., etc. This is a great book for that. I feel like if I was on a drunk vacation with a bunch of annoying friends and I needed something to like get a moment of peace and just like shut my brain off for a little bit and not be around people, this is what I would want. And I'm not saying that I'm on a drunk vacation with an annoying friend. I don't think Aspen's annoying in the slightest. She's literally sitting behind the camera as I'm filming this. Anyway, I'm enjoying it. Also, I love a thriller that takes place in Australia. It just feels like kind of like a Sally Hepworth book because it's set in Australia. Maybe that's a dumb American perspective, but that's what I think. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up right now as we drink our little tea and have a slow little morning before we go to drag brunch. And I'll let you know what I'm thinking about it when I'm done. Hello, vlog. It is a little bit later and I did end up finishing The Truth About the Accident this morning by Nicole Trope. I really liked it. Honestly, the ending reveals really shocked me. I thought I had it clocked like 30 pages from the end and I was completely wrong. So it was just a fun little domestic thriller, good little shocking ending, kind of no thoughts, head empty, which is exactly what I wanted. Love the writing style, very straightforward, easy 4-star. And I've started Pink Glass Houses by Asha Elias on audio. Thank you so much to Libro FM for the advanced copy. I'm not quite sure when this comes out. I think it should be out this month. It is basically Big Little Lies if it happened in Miami Beach. The book opens with basically like a press release statement from the school saying like none of your kids were in danger, like I just want everyone to know like the elementary school campus was on lockdown, everything was fine. So obviously some kind of tragedy happened that we're building up to, but We're also following, before that, all the drama and intricate relationships of different mothers at this school. It's very Big Little Lies. It's very rich people drama. It's very funny. It's satirical. I would like laughing out loud about things. I think it's written in a really clever way. It feels like we're in on some kind of joke with the author, which I really appreciate. And even though the characters are kind of caricatures and they're really like over the top and honestly like not great sounding people, you still have somebody in there to root for. There is a woman who is new to town. She just moved to Miami Beach from Kansas and she's like figuring out the place with us. So I really like her perspective. I like all the perspectives, but she's the most relatable for sure. And it has like a really beachy, summery atmosphere. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm only 20% in, but it's a pretty short audiobook. We are not gonna read right now though. We are gonna go to a little drag brunch. So I'm sure you'll see some fun inserts from that, and I will let you know when I get back to my book. Hello vlog. I just dropped off Aspen at the airport. So sad. I literally had the best time with her. I already miss her so much. It was iconic. It was amazing. Back to reality. Oop, there goes gravity. I have to work today, but I do have a reading update for you before I get to work, and I am halfway through Pink Glass Houses. I love this book. I literally had to narrate like half of the plot to Aspen because I'm like, someone else needs to hear this. It is just so much mommy drama. If you like Big Little Lies by Leah Moriarty, you will love this book. If you like Happy and You Know It by Lauren Hankin, you will love this book. As I'm reading, I'm like like shocked at every little thing, and it's simultaneously like, why do I care about this? But also like, wait, why do I care about this? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, why do I care? But also, of course I care, because it's so easy to care about, because it's just nothing. It's just nothing. It's not heavy in the slightest, and it's just a great summer drama, rich people book. There was this moment that like pivoted the whole story, and it was so dumb, but I loved it so much. I can see a lot of people not liking this book and having a lot of issues with like how dumb and petty some of the little twists and reveals are, but I'm eating it up. I also really like that our main character, like this new woman from small town Kansas, isn't just coming in like getting swept up in one group or the other, because I feel like it would be really easy to do the night the lights went out kind of thing. If you've read that book, the new girl in town just like gets swept up with the queen bee kind of moms, kind of similar to like the Hunting Wives or something like that. But it would also be very easy to go down the like Mean Girls route of like her being besties with like the Janice Ian type, and instead our main character is like, no, I may be from out of town, but I'm a human being and I have a sense of self, and I don't like things about y'all, and I also don't like things about y'all, the people who are not the like rich, popular queen bee type of moms in the neighborhood. I still think y'all have your flaws, even though you're not like the typical bitch types, you know? So I really like that she has like a sense of self. She genuinely seems like a really good person, but also she's flawed as well. Like, I just think everyone seems very human and very flawed, and it creates a ton of drama. Such is real life, you know what I mean? So halfway through, I'm really loving it. I'm just eating up all of the drama, and I can't wait to listen to little bits of this throughout my workday. When I have more thoughts, I'll let you know. Hello vlog. I am a bit into my workday and I am 80% into Pink Glass Houses. I'm loving it. There's so much scandal We are getting like different types of chapters more and more as we get into the book. At first it was just like a couple moms' perspectives. Now we have like social media stuff and this journalist conducting interviews and like different perspectives from different people in the community. And I think this journalist is up to something. I think he's gonna expose people. He has people talking to him and confessing things, and we as the reader are privy to the info, but obviously the other characters in the world of the book don't know this. So I'm just waiting for everything to drop. When everything goes off, it's gonna be a shit show. And honestly, I love having this just like dumb drama going on as I'm doing the most boring like admin tasks in my workday today. I don't see clients until like a couple hours from now. So I still just have like a bunch of dumb admin work to do, cleaning up the house, things like that. And this is keeping me so engaged and entertained. So I'm loving it. I cannot wait to finish this one up and see how everything resolves. Hello vlog, it is much later. I'm actually about to run out and see some clients. Hopefully it doesn't rain on me because the sky is looking real threatening right now. I did want to let you know before I go, I finished Pink Glass Houses. I loved it. The ending was so good. Like all the pieces just came together. It was a satisfying ending, but it wasn't just like blah, perfect little bow. I felt like this was a really well-rounded thriller. There's nothing that hits like mommy drama, you know, like it's just a very specific type of thriller. If you're a fan of Big Little Lies and you want something a little spicier, you know, it takes place in Miami. It's updated for modern commentary and things like that. I think that this is a great one. It comes out in just a couple days from the time that I read it. It should be out by the time this video is up. Please read it, enjoy it, enjoy it, enjoy it. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. I feel like there wasn't like too much to say. Like the commentary that was going on was very surface level, and y'all know to push a book to a 5-star, it has to be that level of depth of commentary. The vision has to be very clear and has to say something, especially for a thriller, for me to give it 5 stars. So I feel like 4.5 is really, really great for this like fun summertime thriller, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. Now we are moving on to my last book of this vlog, which will be The Bitter Truth by Shanora Williams. I have this one on my Kindle, my new and improved Kindle, which I have a new case coming in tonight that I'm so excited to put on. I love Shanora Williams. I've kind of had like a mixed bag with her thrillers in the past, but I've never had any that I like absolutely despised. I had an enjoyable reading experience of a couple of hers and then was kind of let down by the ending. But then her other one, The Perfect Ruin, is like one of my favorite thrillers of all time. So I'm hoping for another one like that. This is another beachy, summery thriller, which it's rainy, so I don't have the perfect vibes for that, but I'm hoping it'll still keep me in the summer mood as I'm reading it. We are following a politician's wife in this book, and she is just like dedicated to supporting him and kind of like being the perfect politician's wife. But as her husband is being stalked by this crazy person, allegedly, she starts to realize that there might be more secrets and lies that her husband is hiding from her, and she starts to dig into what that could be and who this stalker is that clearly hates her husband. I feel like there's going to be some political commentary in here, and it's going to be like a juicy, scandalous summer thriller with a little bit more of something to say. So maybe this could be potentially the 5-star of this video. I don't want to get my hopes too high, but I do love Shanora Williams' writing style, so I'm going to get into this and let you know what I'm thinking. Vlog. It is much later after work and I have just been reading The Bitter Truth. Well, actually we watched Twister, the original like Twister movie, because we're gonna go see the new Twisters tomorrow night.
It was kind of weird. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm hoping the updated one is better. Has Daisy Edgar Jones, so I have high hopes. But anyway, I have gotten into The Bitter Truth. I'm actually 35% of the way into it. I didn't mean to read that much before I updated, but I kind of just got sucked in while I was in the bath. It's really good. And I just love Shanora Williams' writing style. She writes in a really relatable way. Like, her characters are so rich and high society, so like I'm not relating to that, but the humanization of her female characters especially, I just love so much. I am kind of like about a couple things in here, which I'll get into. We're following a few perspectives. We're following the perspective of the governor, of the wife, of the woman that was wronged by the governor, and of a few other people just thrown in there, like their friends and people related to the campaign and things. So it's a lot of people to keep track of, but it's actually very easy. I think they're characterized really well. The part that's annoying me about the multiple perspectives is it switches from being written in first person to written in third person, depending on the perspective. The women are written in first person, like I, me, and then the men, particularly the governor, is written in like a he, him, third person, and it's just really jarring. It doesn't really flow that well. Regardless of that, I'm still enjoying the actual story of it. I really appreciate that Shanora Williams always puts really extensive content warnings at the beginning of her books, but yet again, this was kind of the issue that I had with her last book that came out last year. That one had a lot of like mental health content that was treated a little shoddily, and schizophrenia has already been mentioned in this book, which I don't really love. I don't honestly think it's being handled horribly, but it's just, I never think mental health diagnoses have a place in a thriller. When the intent is to scare, I don't think we need mental health rep in that. That's just my perspective as a therapist. Maybe that's a personal thing, but already I'm a little annoyed at the mention of schizophrenia because it's already so stigmatized. Like, it doesn't need to be in a thriller. You know what I mean? That and the perspectives are the only annoying things, but plot-wise, character-wise, I'm still really liking it. There are a lot of subplots going on. I'm really intrigued, but I gotta go to bed, so I will be updating you if I make any more progress tomorrow morning. Hello vlog, it is the next day. I know it probably actually doesn't look that different because it's actually 8 p.m. I had a crazy work day. I did get some reading done, but I've literally not had time to talk to you all day. I've had such a busy work day. However, I ended up getting to the 75% mark of The Bitter Truth, and I'm still kind of feeling the same way. The same like annoyances are on my mind, but the story is definitely progressing. The overlapping plot lines, a lot of subplots are moving along pretty well. I'm not feeling like I'm getting bored or it's stalling. It's really fast paced and scandalous and drama filled. I will say though, this feels a lot more serious than Shanora Williams' previous releases. Like, it's not just scandalous drama. You know, it feels like it has a weight to it that her other books don't have. I really appreciated the content warnings at the front. I really implore you, if you're gonna read this book, to really take that seriously, particularly in regards to body image and eating disorder content. If that triggers you at all, you might not wanna read this one. Our main character, the like politician's wife, hearing her internal dialogue about her body and restriction and like seeing her restrictive eating, it's great rep because it is really triggering me. So be aware of that for sure. Really good with the rep, but very intense. I am probably going to finish this book up tonight. We're going to see the new Twisters so I can compare it to the original, which we watched last night. So I think I'm gonna come back after the movie and finish my book, and in the morning I will give you my Twisters review, which nobody asked for, and my final thoughts on The Bitter Truth.
hardly know her.
Oh my fucking god. Hello vlog, I am here with my final review of The Bitter Truth, which I actually finished up this morning, not last night. I was so tired when we came back from that movie, and it also like wore me out. Like, I don't know about y'all, if y'all have seen Twisters, you'll have to let me know. I was on the edge of my seat. I literally felt like I was running with them through the storm. It was so scary, honestly. Also, I don't like Glenn Powell. I think he has a very punchable face. He's just really not appealing to me in any way, shape, or form. Any interview, I don't like his personality, but that man is a damn good actor. I will give him that. He has perfected his craft. And of course, Miss Daisy Edgar Jones, I'm in love with her. I'm obsessed with her, but she does not know how to do a Southern accent. Okay, she did not sound like she was from Oklahoma. Not in the slightest. That girl's from Ireland, and you can tell. So that's my little Twisters review. And then I finished up The Bitter Truth this morning, and I feel kind of mixed. I feel like it kind of turned into a little bit of a soap opera, but I was also highlighting passages written about trauma really well. Like, there were a few quotes that I absolutely loved and I highlighted and I want to save because I love the way that Shanora Williams spoke about trauma, but at the same time, it's like, is the right place for this discussion about trauma and schizophrenia in a soap opera? I don't know. And then as the reveal started hitting at the end, I started noticing a couple plot holes. I don't know, maybe that's a stretch to say that they're plot holes. What it kind of felt like is we ended up having unreliable narrators that didn't come across as unreliable the whole time in the book. I felt like I was building a connection with a character who was reliable, and then it turned out like they were just lying to me the whole time, and like that was the twist because they had this knowledge they were withholding. And I love an unreliable narrator trope if it's done well, and this just it didn't read like I was supposed to think that this was an unreliable narrator. It read like all of the characters were just kind of withholding information from me, and that was the only reason for the twists, right? Like nothing happened in the plot that was a twist. So I just feel kind of mixed on it. There were things that I really liked, things that I really didn't. Overall, I do think it's above average. Like, I had a good time reading it. It went fast. If you're looking for a quick, scandalous, soap opera-esque kind of thriller, you're probably going to love this. So I landed on a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Overall, we didn't have too bad of a lineup this vlog. I would definitely, if I had to rank the books from this video, put Pink Glass Houses at the top, and then The Truth About the Accident, and then The Bitter Truth, and last, Only One of Us Knows. I really did not like that book. That is the only one from this lineup that I think is a flop and I don't recommend. But regardless, I hope you guys got a good recommendation out of this video and you enjoyed coming along with me to read these new release thrillers. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new here and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And if you like this video, give it a like. And of course, don't forget to go down below and check out Magic Mind. You can use my code for some money off. And also don't forget to go to therapy and read a book this week. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!